Basta! My name is Sandra, and again I'm going to be reading another Cornish flavoured story. This time it's called There's Something Nasty in My Pasty. It's been written and illustrated by Alistair Hoswell, and Alistair Hoswell Publishing have given us permission to read this to you. So let's see what there is in the nasty pasty. Callum lives in sunny Cornwall, close to the sea. He likes to get up to mischief, and he doesn't always like to do what he's told. In fact, he likes to do the complete opposite, and this can get Callum into all sorts of trouble. It all began one day when his nanny Dor was visiting for the summer holidays. Callum loved the summer holidays. He spent most of the time searching for precious pirate treasures on the beach at Penzance, looking for mermaids on St Michael's Mount, and exploring Cornwall. Callum absolutely loved the beach. The best part was visiting the ice cream man and eating all the different flavours of ice cream all at once. Callum had 10 scoops piled high on top of each other on a crispy cone. Strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, fudge, raspberry, bubblegum, cookie dough, lemon, mint and mango, all in my tummy, giggled Callum with a huge grin. But Callum's favourite thing about the summer holidays was spending time with his nanny Dor. His nanny was like his best friend. They would do everything together. Callum was always on his best behaviour when he was with nanny, apart from when she wasn't looking. Callum and nanny Dor often visited the Cornish fishing town of Portleven, with its beautiful harbour and the best sunsets. Together, they would always go crabbing on the harbour side, visit the gift shops, and if Callum was lucky, his nanny would buy him a tasty treat. Nanny Dor always knew the best places to eat ice cream, and they'd often sit by the clock tower, watching the boats in the harbour and the surfers in the sea. "We'd best get something for lunch, Ansem," suggested nanny Dor. "Lunch? I want ice cream, cakes and a big strawberry milkshake," Callum said quickly, whilst rubbing his tummy. "Oh, Callum, maybe you can have one sweet treat, but only after something savoury," Nanny replied, while cleaning her smart round glasses. "Oh, what shall we have today, dear? A sausage roll followed by ice cream tea? Oh, I know, maybe a pasty," smiled Nanny. Callum's face dropped, and he suddenly looked really miserable. "I don't like pasties. They're nasty pasties." Callum would never eat his vegetables, and he hated any foods that didn't look like ice cream, cakes, sweets or chocolate. "I'm not eating anything with vegetables in it. I don't want a nasty pasty," snarled, folding his arms grumpily. "Now stop your grumpiness, mister. An handsome tasty pasty won't hurt 'ee. A pasty it is," said Nanny Dor firmly. All Callum could notice was the sticky buns, the caramel slices and the fresh chocolate cakes. They all looked so delicious. "Can I have 2 pasties, please?" asked Nanny Dor. "Short crust or pastry, my love?" inquired a kind lady behind the till. "Oh, short crust, please," replied Nanny, while searching around in her bag for her purse. Nanny paid the lady and bought some delicious-looking pasties from the bakery. They left the shop with Callum's eyes still glued to the sticky buns. Callum was really grumpy, as if he didn't want a pasty, he wanted a sticky bun. Callum pulled the weighty pasty from the bag, slowly, revealing its golden pastry. "Oh, yuck, this is a smelly-welly pasty with smelly-welly vegetables in it. I don't want to eat this pasty. I want the sticky buns," he shouted. "Callum, how do you know you don't like the pasty if you don't try it?" asked Nanny Dor. All of a sudden, a sinister-looking seagull flew next to Callum with a hungry look in its eye. The seagull was eagerly watching the pasty in Callum's hands. "Oi, go away, seagull. Go find your own food." Then Callum had a sneaky thought. "Oh, wait a minute. If I get rid of this pasty, Nanny might buy me the sticky buns, the caramel slices and the cream cakes." Then, when nobody was looking, Callum threw his pasty towards the hungry seagull. The seagull grabbed the pasty as fast as it could and flew off before anyone could take it away. Callum ran quickly to Nanny Dor. "Nanny, Nanny, the seagull stole my pasty," he announced with a glint in his eye. "Oh no," sighed Nanny. He snatched it right from me," Callum explained while twiddling his thumbs. Of course, this wasn't the truth. Nanny gave him a stern look, the type only a nanny could give. "Oh no, now I have nothing to eat for my lunch. I was really looking forward to that pasty," Callum fibbed. "Callum, I hope you didn't throw your pasty to that seagull on purpose." "Very well, young man, we will go home and you can make what you think is the perfect pasty that you'd love to eat," suggested Nanny with a crafty look. "All right, I'll show you how a proper pasty should be made," promised Callum, rubbing his hands together. Later that day, back at Nanny's house, Callum was playing in the upstairs bathroom. He decided it would be fun to squirt hair gel all over the bathroom floor, as his space figures wanted to live on a sticky alien planet. "Callum, it's time for you to make your perfect pasty," shouted Nanny from downstairs. "Don't forget, we need to make your dad's too." Callum hurried down the stairs. "I don't like the look of the ingredients. Beef, potatoes, oh, and terrible turnip," he said with his arms folded. "Come on, my handsome, you don't have to use the ingredients. Why don't you make the perfect pasty only Callum could eat?" suggested Nanny, opening the cupboards to reveal all the special treats that were hidden inside, making sure Callum could see them too. "It's your pasty, my love. You make it the way you want it to be," she said with a knowing grin. "Fine, if I have to make a pasty, I will make it the way I want to make it. It will taste scrum-diddly-umptious," he said excitedly. Callum and his Nanny Dor started to roll the pastry out together. "Right, we need to roll the pastry out, not too thick or not too thin." Nanny Dor made the pastry just right. "Oh, do you know what?" asked Nanny Dor. "I've only gone and left my handbag in the car. I won't be a minute." Nanny Dor left the kitchen, looking over her shoulder at Callum, smiling slyly. Callum waited for Nanny to leave the kitchen before opening the cupboard and grabbing the jelly babies, chocolates and lemon drops. "I will add some jelly babies to my pasty," he thought. "Oh, and I want lots of sugar in my pasty. What else do I need?" Callum went to the fridge and found some Cornish clotted cream. "This has to go in my pasty," Callum exclaimed. He then opened the other cupboard and found his favourite flavour of crisps, pickled onion gremlin crunchers. Ooh. Jelly babies, clotted cream, crisps, chocolate, lemon drops and lots of sugar. The perfect pasty. Well, that's my pasty sorted. Now I need to make a pasty for Dad. "Dad will have the ultimate nasty pasty," he said to himself as he reached for the ingredients. Callum loves his dad, but sometimes his dad could be really bossy. Callum likes to have his own way, so to teach Dad a lesson, Callum decided it would be a good idea to make him a nasty pasty. "All right, Toby Joe, let's make Dad the nastiest pasty ever," Callum said to his dog. Dad can have a pasty with..." Callum went and found his smelly socks and squeezed the smelly sock juice onto the rolled out pastry of his dad's pasty. Callum laughed to himself. Smelly socks are yucky and really nasty. They can go inside the pasty. Callum opened the cat's cupboard. "I think some cat biscuits would add some flavour," he sniggered. "Cat food is yucky and really nasty. It can go inside the pasty. Also, some toothpaste for minty freshness. Toothpaste is nasty when it's inside a pasty." He then opened the fridge. "Yuck, Mum's leftover soup from last night. This will do. Fish soup is yucky and really nasty. That can go inside the pasty." Callum wondered what else he could put in the pasty. Carrots! Everyone knows a Cornish pasty should never have carrots in it, he chuckled loudly. "Carrots are really nasty, so they can go inside the pasty. Before Nanny could see what was inside, Callum pinched the corner of the pasty and folded it over. He pinched and pulled, tugged and pressed the pastry together, forming a perfect crimp, enclosing the secret ingredients within. Just then, Nanny Dore walked back into the kitchen. Right, my handsome, I've got the ingredients, all we need to make the perfect Cornish pasty. Beef, onions, turnip, potatoes, salt and pepper, bit of butter, and a glaze of milk and egg. However, Callum knew differently. He knew the perfect pasty has much more exciting ingredients than that. No, it's not. It's sweets and chocolate and lovely things that I like to eat, not smelly wet vegetables, he whispered to his furry friend, Toby Joe. An hour or so later, Nanny Dore called Callum. The pasties are almost cooked. Just then they heard the front door open. I'm back, called Dad. What a long day. I've been looking forward to my pasty all day. Callum laughed loudly. Oh, Callum, please pick your dinosaurs up off the floor. I almost fell over them, shouted Dad. Callum raced to see his dad. We've been making pasties today, and I made a really special one for you, he said excitedly. Callum's dad sat at the dinner table with the rest of the family, all ready to eat the delicious homemade pasties. Nanny Dore placed the pasties in front of them. This is yours, Callum, I believe. Nanny winked at Callum and placed the very plump pasty in front of him. Oh, it smells great, he said. Little did Callum know that Nanny had switched the pasties when he wasn't looking. Nanny had had an idea. I think you should close your eyes when you eat your pasty, Callum. Callum thought that sounded like fun, so he closed his eyes tightly. He took a bite from the pasty. Oh, delicious! This is so good. It must be the jelly babies. He took another bite. This is scrummy. It must be the chocolate. He took another bite. This must be the lemon drops. This is such a tasty pasty. Within a few minutes, Callum's pasty was gone. He'd eaten every last bit. Now, did you enjoy that pasty, Callum? Asked Nanny Dore. Did I enjoy it? I loved it. There was nothing nasty in that pasty. It must have been all the sweets I put in it. Callum sniggered. Sweets? Shouted Nanny. Oh, no, dear. Boy, you mean the pasty you made earlier? I thought that was Dad's special pasty, so I saved that back for him, explained Nanny Dore. Oh, what? That was my pasty? Hang on, whose pasty did I eat then? Asked Callum with a confused look. You had a traditional Cornish pasty, my handsome, and it seems like you enjoyed it after all. Nanny Dore laughed, wagging her finger. Surprised, Callum asked, you mean that I've just eaten a real Cornish pasty? Oh, well, it was actually very tasty, Nanny. I still think the sweetie one would taste better, though. But what about the pasty I made for Dad? He shouted. I saved that pasty especially for you, Callum, as I thought you enjoyed making it so much. It's smelling strong. You must have used a lot of onions, my boy. Ah, okay, no, I don't want that one, thank you, replied Callum anxiously. Why not, Callum? After all, you made it yourself for Dad, asked his mum. Nanny Dore placed the pasty in front of Callum. It was smelly and had oozing slime coming out from the bottom of the pasty instead of gravy. Ooh. Nervously, Callum picked up his pasty and very slowly took a bite. It was oozing slime and smelt like fishy socks. Yuck! There's something nasty in my pasty, shouted Callum, spitting the pastry back out. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Later that evening, Callum realised that making the nasty pasty for Dad wasn't a very nice thing to do, as it tasted disgusting. He really realised that he should never judge food by its appearance, and he'd found out that he did really love Cornish pasties after all. Dad's pasty really was nasty, and the Cornish pasty was delicious, Callum announced. Later, Callum and Nanny Dor sat down and had a cream tea together. What goes first, Nanny, cream or jam? Asked Callum curiously. Oh, always jam first and the cream on top, my handsome, explained Nanny Dor. It's the Cornish way, she smiled. What about the tea? Where does that go? Callum asked himself. Tea? Nanny replied with a puzzled expression. When she looked around, Callum had poured tea all over his scones, making such a mess. You said it's a cream tea, Nanny, Callum cheekily replied. Oh, Callum. Can we make pasties for tea again soon? Callum asked Nanny. You can show me how to make the real perfect Cornish pasty. Callum apologised to Nanny Dor and to his dad, and from that day to this, Callum has never made a nasty pasty again, especially not ones with carrots inside. No carrots, definitely no carrots. Well, I hope you enjoyed the story and you'll come and listen to another story again. Du Gennis.